everybody, thanks for stopping by today. Georgia Jagir, stampingeorgia.com here, and I have another fun technique that I want to share with you today. It's so fun to use new products from the new catalog, and I hope that you've been able to get some and enjoy it too, but I'm certainly having fun creating with them and sharing it with you. So I didn't come up with this idea. I got a card similar to this in a swap, but I love that the butterfly is poking through from the inside. What a fun surprise, and easy to open. I don't like cards that are too complicated and the recipient has to figure out how in the world do I open that. And I just added some embossing here, so I want to go ahead and show you how to do that. So let's get started. So here's the card again. You can see how that butterfly just folds up just enough. And then when you put it in the envelope, because you see my label punch will only go in so far. So with this butterfly, when you put it in the envelope, you just simply need to fold it the left side over as well, and then it will pop up when you take it out of the envelope. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a little switcheroo of color. If you haven't had a chance to order it yet, the Share What You Love Specialty Designer Series paper is absolutely amazing. There isn't a sheet in there that I haven't enjoyed using. And so anyway, that's just a must-have. So what I've done is adhered my paper to a layer of black. I just liked that better. I thought it popped up on the card front. I already did my embossing on there just so I could have that done. Didn't have to run my embossing machine while I was doing the video. And so what I'm going to do is take that classic label punch, and I did it, you know, about, and you can see when you use it upside down, whether you're getting it straight or not. You can make pencil marks if you want to, but I prefer to just kind of eyeball. And you'll be able to punch through both layers. But if you were to put this on your card to begin with, you wouldn't be able to punch through 3. So now I don't want to adhere that quite yet because I'm not exactly sure how far I'll be able to reach in, and I want to be able to match that opening. So what I'm going to do is just slide it around and then reach my punch in as far as it will go. And I know I'm straight, and I know I'm in. And that way I can punch, because that absolutely has to match. So that is pretty simple. I'm sure this has happened to you before where you've misplaced your adhesive. And that's exactly what had happened. I had to go and locate my adhesive. And now I'll just match that opening up. Put it on the front of my card, get it straight. And I want another piece of designer paper that coordinates so that it coordinates and matches. And I just eyeball from top to bottom, putting that inside. And then I'm going to take my butterfly. I already cut it out using the new Abstract Expressions. That's the stamp set where the greeting came from. And then there's coordinating framelits that go with it, framelits and thinlits. And this is the butterfly in it. And I've cut it out of the glimmer paper. And I'm just going to fold the wings up a little bit. Take a little bit of Tombow glue because it sticks so nice and quick. If you get a little bit too much, just rub it off on your scratch paper. And then I'm going to put that in the center. And I want it a little bit toward the top. I've got to make sure that my wings will work. I'm going to hold it for a few seconds, but the beauty of using glue, liquid glue, is that it's forgiving. And so you'll be able to move things around just a little bit in a few minutes if you still need to. So I'm going to fold that up and make sure that my card will open okay. Perfect. And you can see how quickly that liquid glue sticks. So there you have it. I did use my, why can't I think of the name of it? It's the special platform for cutting out detailed framelits and thinlits, and so I use that when I cut my butterfly out so that it's so much smoother. I can just get it through once. And I wanted to give you a quick little tip on embossing. I like to put my embossing powders in a larger container and some kind of little scoop in there, and that way I can just shake it over my project without getting it everywhere. Some people use a coffee filter. I just kind of like to keep it contained. Before I go do any embossing and stamp with my Versamark, I did rub the whole surface with my embossing buddy. An embossing buddy is a must when you're embossing. It prevents you from having all the little splatters of embossing powder around your project. And Versamark was the ink that I used to stamp before I used my black. And I'm super excited that there is now black embossing powder back in our catalog. So really, wasn't that amazingly quick and easy? Your dimensions on your designer paper here are 1.5 inches by 4 inches, 1.5 by 4, and then the black that surrounds it is 4 1/4 the length and 1 3/4. There you have it. Isn't that a fun technique? I hope that you will give it a try.